Hi, Dr. Paul Haider here. Let's tell you a story about what happened to my wife. Many years ago, her first husband had passed away. He had a tragic accident and ended up dying, and she was sad for quite a long time. So one day she decided to go down the street, which is not too far from us, and ended up wanted to buy some silk flowers. And she went into the shop, which is now closed and no longer there. But she went into the shop and she gathered up all the flowers that she wanted, and picked out what she thought would make a nice bouquet. And then she went to the register, and there was this lady with gray hair there, and the lady didn't say a word, but there was this feeling that my wife picked up that, wow, great things are about to happen. Great things are going to happen. Great things are coming our way. And she paid and went out the door. And she got to the car and she said, you know what? I got to go tell this lady that I get this huge vibe that there is something wonderful about to happen. And I think it's coming from her. And she went back into the shop, and here's a man standing behind the counter. And she said, where's the lady with the gray hair? And he said, there's no lady with the gray hair that works here. It's just me and my son, and we don't have any employees. And then my wife was just like baffled, like, what? There was a lady here. I paid her, I know. I just talked to her. and the owner said, no, that's not possible. I've been here all the time. And so she walked out scratching her head what was going on here, you know what I mean? And then finally when she got in the car, it hit her. That was one of her guardian angels. It was sent to her to let her know that everything was going to be okay and great things are coming her way. And then just a few nights ago, she had a dream, and the same gray-haired lady showed up, and she just smiled at my wife, letting her know that everything was going to be okay. Angels come to us. It's interesting to see that about 80% of the people or more believe in angels, and in every spiritual text they talk about angels coming to people and talking to people and interacting with people, or giving them a feeling, or telling them something that's about to happen, or about something that happened in the past, or what needs to be done. And I'm telling you, it's true. There are Gabriel, Raphael, Ariel, and Michael, the archangels, are around us all the time, and all other lesser known angels are also around us at all times. And also, people can be angels. Sometimes people can say one little sentence that can change our life. I know a particular man, he was an Ayurvedic practitioner from India, and he said one little sentence about my father dying of a stress heart attack at 57. He said, that was kind of a blessing, because it allowed you to see that you need to take care of yourself, and you can help other people so they don't go down that same road. And I go, wow, you're right. And sometimes we take it in. Other times we don't take it in, There's God, which is love, God, which is truth. And sometimes we can look at the truth and not be willing to take it in. A lot of times, in fact. And even when we get a little bit of a criticism from somebody, or what we take as a criticism, or just something that was put out there as truth, a lot of times we will not allow ourselves to take it in, and every little thing that's said to us, there is a kernel of truth of some type in there. And if we allow ourselves to look at that and go, well, I need to look at this, Sometimes we can be stuck in our own stuff, and we now don't allow ourselves to grow as human beings. Sometimes, you know, we can have a feeling of being a victim in the world, and we have all kinds of stuff going on, but everybody has all kinds of stuff going on. That doesn't mean we can't grow and change and become more of who we are meant to be by destiny. And we can actually help other people in the process. You know, in my life, I've had a lot of challenges. There's no doubt about it. And some of that has helped me to be able to help other people. Now, people are only ready when they're ready. But we need to be open to what comes our way. Sometimes we keep the door closed. The angels can only knock, you know. And after a while, they don't knock anymore because we're not willing to open the door. But if we allow ourselves to see that something is possible, that we can grow to be a greater wave in the great ocean, that's pretty amazing. And we do have power. We have great power when we have our power and humility together. There's nothing that can stop us. You know, if we consider ourselves a wave in the ocean, you ever seen a wave crash against rocky beach? It takes a while, but those waves will eventually wear away all that rock, and they are powerful. But without the ocean, there is no wave. And we are part of the great ocean of God, the universe, and Great Spirit. And we are just one wave, there's another wave, and we allow ourselves to see our power, but notice, and looking back at this great ocean, that we can be humble at the same time. Allow ourselves to grow in humility. But always accept our power. And allow ourselves to not allow ourselves to be the victim. To play the victim role allows us to, all of our power to dissipate. That's not who we are. We are truly beings which are part of the great ocean. So let's act our part accordingly. We have the power inside. We have the power of love. And we can stand up to the most vigorous of challenges that can ever come our way, if we are willing to see our own power. But if we're not willing to see our power, we will not go outside of our own box. We live in these little world boxes, you know what I mean? We make our world, and then we're not willing to step out of it to see a different way of being. And it's not what we know that's important. It's not what we know we don't know that's important. It's what we don't know that's important. And that's getting outside of our own box. But it takes great fortitude, and it takes a lot of guts to step outside of our own box and start doing things differently. I remember one time I worked at the University in California for years, and I decided I'm not going to do this forever. I remember a man came to me, had been working there forever, and he was about to retire. You only got another 25 years to retire, Paul. I wouldn't, stop now. It's like, what? That wasn't my destiny. I needed to make a change. So I had to step outside of my own box, which was very uncomfortable, I have to say. But I grew as a person to become something which I really enjoy being, which is helping people. But it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of ability to look at ourselves and say, no, I don't want to do this forever. No, I don't want to be this way. I want to change. I want to be different. And some people only grow when they have the 2x4 effect happen on their life, that something big changes. But there are those people who can say, you know what, I'm stepping outside of my box. I'm going to be different now. I'm going to take my power as the powerful wave that rushes towards the ocean. I can do anything if I only believe. And you can too. I love you. Remember to subscribe down below if you care to. My contact information is down there. Hit on Show Me More. And if you care to make a donation, that's down there too. I appreciate that very much. And have a wonderful, wonderful day.